As you all know, health insurance premiums are increasing every year, and almost all of you are concerned about it. That, oh my god, I'm not being able to afford my health insurance. Maybe I need to port to some other insurance companies. But sometimes, have you ever thought about this? That why does this increase in premiums, or rather, even the premium bothers me so much? Personally, for me, every year in the month of December, when I pay my health insurance premium, it does pain a little, Why? Because I did not even use the insurance. Nothing has happened to me, which is a good thing. Technically, it should be a good thing, but paying 15,000, 20,000 rupees in premiums and nothing has happened to you, it does pain a little. And also, if the premiums are increasing every year, say this year I'm paying 15,000, next year it goes up to 20,000, it does pinch a little. Am I right or am I wrong? You can tell that in the comments, but yeah. Anyway, so why this video? This video is about how can you mitigate this pain of paying the insurance premiums. You can chill out, it's not anything psychological, but the main thing that happens is whenever the time to pay our premium comes, which is, let's say, for me it's in December. I pay my insurance premiums in December. Most, if someone else was there instead of me, what would have happened is by November, when the insurance company sends the reminders that okay, next there is 30 days left for you to pay the premium, pay 30 days left, 30 days left for you to pay the premium. What any person does is they start to look around for funds. From where will they get a fund? Maybe they have to cut out this expense from the next month's salary and stuff like that, because no one is really prepared for paying the premium, even though back of the head they know that the premium is an expense which is going to come 30 days later or even a year later. So what should be done in the right state of mind so that this thing does not happen? The thing that I do personally is in December, after I pay the premium, from January itself, I start saving up for the next year's premium. Say the premium for my health insurance is 24,000. So from January itself, I'll start putting 2,000 rupees every month in a recurring deposit account. Recurring deposit is something that can be done in banks, and if you're unfamiliar with recurring deposits, then maybe you can do an SIP in a liquid fund, or that will also suffice. The main thing is separating out the money every month for your health insurance premium. Now you will say, okay, so I'm saving 24,000 rupees, but what if my premium comes out to be 30,000 rupees? Because 30 to 45 days before the premium, before the premium is due, the insurance company sends you a mail stating how much there is an increase in premium, or if there is an increase at all. So what you can do is, before that letter comes, for example, in my case, I paid the premium in December. So from January itself, I, from in the back of my mind, I calculate that, okay, if my premium was 24,000 this year, next year it might be 30,000 rupees or maybe 35,000 rupees, and I divide the amount by 12 and put in the amount that comes out every month till the next year December, right? So you can say, oh, so what if the premium does not increase? Then keep the money separate, right? That's the easiest thing to do. Keep the money separate in a fixed deposit account and use it the next time if the premiums are hiked way too much than your affordability. So what can be done in this case? How would you calculate yourself that, okay, my premiums might go up to this amount? Because on Twitter, I have seen in a lot of case what happens is, let's say the premiums were 40,000 rupees this year. The next year, it suddenly has gone up to 60,000 rupees all of a sudden. And people are like, oh my God, how can the premiums increase so much even after the GST cuts and whatsoever? But that's not the thing. Insurance companies will hike the premiums because the medical expenses are increasing like crazy. Trust me, I know why. Because in my house, in my extended families, I have heart patients, cancer patients, kidney patients, and I know that expenses are increasing like anything. So premiums are bound to increase. You can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. No matter how much we shout at the government, the premiums will continue to increase. And if the government does too much action, then what will happen is the insurance companies will just run away from here. Okay, that's a separate debate. I won't go there. Maybe someday we'll discuss why these things happen. But anyway, so in my opinion, what you can do is if you are aged between 25 and 45, what you can do is whatever your premium amount is this year, let's say it's 20,000 rupees, because normally between 25 to 45, the for a 10 lakh rupees premium, 10 lakh rupees insurance, the premium amount comes around uh, 15 to 20,000. If there are not too many features, then it can come down to 11,000 as well. But normally around 15 to 20,000 it is there. So what you should do is you should increase the premiums by 20% on your own and divide the amount by 12 and then save up accordingly. How can you do that? Let's say my premiums are 24,000, so 20% of it is around 24,000, so 5,000, roughly 5,000 around, so I should be saving around 30,000 rupees for my next premium. So I'll divide 30,000 by 12 and I'll save up accordingly, right? If your age is above 35, then sorry, not 35. If your age is above 45, then I'll say every year be prepared. Every year be prepared for your insurance premiums to be hiked by 50%. Yes, 50% year on year. Because see, I can't give a reason for that, but if you are over 45, I'm sure you have seen your health insurance premiums increase like crazy. So let's say your premiums currently are 50,000 rupees this year. So by taking 50% of it, it's coming out to be 25,000 rupees. So your next year premium would come around 50 plus 25, that is around 75,000 rupees. So 75,000 rupees divided by 12 and separate the money and put it in a recurring deposit account so that next year when the premium actually increases, you don't take the hit. And it's not, and to the situation is not like you can't afford to pay the premium and the health insurance goes away altogether. Because trust me, 75,000 rupees is much less than paying a bill of around 9 lakh rupees, right? If you can't pay 75,000 rupees today, then what if there is a claim of 8 lakh rupees for a disease, right? So affording 8 lakhs is out of question if you can't pay 75,000 rupees. Yeah, it can happen that you're saving up 75,000 rupees, but the premium comes out to be only, say, 60,000 rupees. So what would you do with the rest 15,000 rupees, right? You can spend it if you want, but I'll suggest not to do that. Keep the 15,000 rupees in a separate fixed deposit account and continue another recurring deposit for the next year's premium. So let's say if this does not happen normally, but sometimes it has happened that the premiums have increased by 100% year on year. So God forbid if that happens to you, this 15,000 rupees will come handy at that point of time. So yeah, see, you have to pay health insurance premiums. There is no way out of it, right? I have to pay, you have to pay, everyone has to pay, unless you are Ambani or say you own a hospital chain altogether. But health insurance premiums are getting an unaffordable, and there is nothing we can do about it. All we can do is cut out our regular expenses, maybe cut out a little of our SIPs, and pay for the health insurance premium. Okay, so see you in the next video. Check out the links in the description, and bye.